Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have, well, a NASCAR Authentics haul. It has been a while since we've had one of these in the studio, and we got some exclusive diecasts from one of the waves. You can already tell which one of these paint schemes are in the bag here, so if you can, give the video a huge thumbs up, and let's go ahead and hop into it. So we have some diecasts in this bag. These are all exclusives. The three cars will be showing in this video from the NASCAR Authentics line. If you don't know already, I haven't even done a wave review of Wave 9. I've been so utterly disappointed with the NASCAR Authentics line that the only ones that even just remotely interest me are the Gold Series EL exclusives, EL mold that is. But yeah, this is the Justin Allgaier Hellmann's car, the number 7 car. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of the Hellmann's throwbacks. I don't know why. Maybe it's the color scheme. Maybe it's the food product. I don't know. But nonetheless, it is a cool throwback. I think it's an Earnhardt one, I actually think. I could be mistaken on that one. But here's the back of the card back here. You got some interesting paint schemes. Of course, the Truex one is botched. So you won't see that one in this diecast haul because we don't like to have PTC diecast in the studio for common and obvious reasons. But nonetheless, a exclusive JRM Justin Allgaier Chevrolet Camaro. Now, I did pick these up. I'm going to keep it 100% honest with you for like 2 weeks ago, and I have not filmed it. Yeah, life gets crazy. You get sick, all kinds of stuff. So another one here, which this is my favorite one out of the three. Check this out. Bam! Trevor Bayne, Devotion Attrition, Toyota Supra. Holy cow. Okay, so anytime you see a Supra in the NASCAR Authentics line, my interest is perked up. And to me, this is one of the best diecast you can get, if not the best one from the NASCAR Authentics line from the 2022 season. It's kind of easy to make that assumption because half of them were botched with the horrible PTC mold, and you can't tell me they're making successful business decisions with the PTC mold because all I see is people leaving them on the shelves. But that's besides the point. Every time we see a Supra, everybody goes crazy for it, right? And this is an exclusive. Trevor Bayne hasn't even raced for Joe Gibbs Racing in 2023, and I don't think he will, unfortunately. But this is such a cool diecast. If you have a stop motion, this would be a great paint scheme to have. You can use it for whatever driver you want, but it's a good, solid, normal primary paint scheme. You know, when you have an exclusive like this, you could pretty much mostly use it for a Darlington throwback. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any throwback wheels, so you'll have to add that to your own, which it's easy to do. But if you're just looking for a solid paint scheme that would fit into your diecast series, that would look good, and you could use in any race, this is the type of car you would want. Beautiful, beautiful piece. It does kind of have like a satin sheen to it, but only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of a oopsie-doo about it is the real car has bright pink. It might be hard to see here, but there's a little bit more of a brighter pink, and if you look at the real car, it's definitely more pink. I would say the color that is on the actual car is like a strawberry fun dip red, if that makes any sense. Like, if I was to squint my eyes and look at this in the background, I would say that's red. If I looked at the card here, I would say that is a very red pink. So my point is that I think the color for this was definitely missed on the mark, which is unfortunate because little details like that really bug me. But nonetheless, I'm glad we got a Trevor Bayne Xfinity Supra. Love to see that. We got one more here in the studio. It's crazy. I haven't even finished my 2022 Authentics review. We'll be doing diecast reviews on these individually, by the way. And they just announced the first wave of 2023. And to no one's surprise, guess what? It's a PTC mold. And they wonder why these things are peg warming everywhere. Oh, goodness. Yep, this one's botched a little bit. Let's see. So this is the Brad Keselowski. I believe they called it carbon neutral, whatever the biff you want to consider that to be. I don't know. It's a stock car. It looks cool. It's kind of like a ghosted. I'm gonna call it the ghost car. I think that just sounds better. That's just my honest opinion. But you see this little I don't know what you would call this, where the old school NASCAR race car logo would be on that A pillar. It's a nice little like shark fin triangle logo there. I think it's just something to look more sporty, like on the Mustangs, the real car. Well, this one literally got chipped, I think, and they just Sharpied on it. So, yeah, that's a oopsie-doo. I probably could fix it if it's above the clear coat of the paint. I can actually remove that and modify that and make it look normal. But eventually, you know, some of these cars I like to work on. Some of them I keep them stock. You never know. But this is a great diecast to have in your collection if you're a Brad Keselowski fan, because it is exclusive. None of these cars were made in the Gold Series. I think they were all three offered at some point, but you know how it is. They rather make a whole bunch of crappy cars on the EL mold, and then they put a whole bunch of good ones on the PTC mold. I mean, don't even get me started on how many great looking diecasts have been botched with the blurry decals, that have been botched with the horrible PTC mold. So NASCAR Authentics collecting, to me, is pretty much dead. If it's not an exclusive and it's on the EL mode, I could care less. Like, literally, it could be a Chase Elliott paint scheme, and I don't care how cool it looks. I don't care if it's whatever paint scheme it is. If it's on the PTC mode, I will not buy it. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't care. I'm not one that's going to sit there and say, I don't want to buy the PTC mode. I'm never going to buy it. And then 2 weeks later, I go and I buy all of them, and I'm so excited about it. No, you've watched this channel for years. I've stayed true to that. We don't do PTC mold diecast. The only times I've actually like showed them on air, excuse me, haven't been feeling well, is whenever I was doing a rent review or something on them. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get a little bit of a recap. Alrighty, folks, so a quick little recap video here. So we have a 3-car NASCAR Authentics haul, probably the only one you'll see for the entire 2022 year. Who knows if there'll even be half-decent diecast in the 2023 year, because like, you know, we thought NASCAR Authentics couldn't have gotten lower when we seen the bonus wave, or the wave 13 of 2021. We didn't think it could get lower back in 2018 when they had the PTC mold on wave 12. We didn't think it could get worse. We did not think it could get worse, and oh my goodness, it continues to get worse. So my point is that they had someone who bought almost all of their Authentics cars, and if it's not an exclusive and it's not on the EL mode, I'm not buying it. It's gonna sit there. It's gonna peg warm. So congratulations. There's many people out there who echo the same feeling. They may not be as vocal about it, but that's just the way it is. You know, sometimes you gotta, I don't know, you just gotta be honest about it. But what do y'all think about these cars, guys? Personally, I think these two are my favorite ones. I'll be honest here, I'm just not a big fan of the Hellman's cars. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. We see so many of the throwbacks with Dale Jr. year in and year out. Huge Dale Jr. fan, but it's like, I don't know. I just like seeing different race cars. But since it was exclusive, I said, you know what? Let's do a video on it. Why not? Yeah. So upcoming on the channel, I know we've been all over the place, guys. Have more 2023 diecasts coming in. I know we haven't had a 2023 diecast actually on the channel yet. Trying to get things back up to speed. It has been all over the place. Trust me, I see it. Trying to get things back more up to speed, more consistent, more reviews, more gameplay. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a lot to partake on a day-and-day basis. So I'm trying to get everything kind of streamlined again. I want to get back to, you know, making sure there's a video every single day, keeping up on that. That's something I'm going to try to get better at. And because we did it for like 3 to 4 years, and then, you know, things kind of tapered off. So we're going to try to get back on track with that. We got, you know, the Thunder 04 series career mode going on right now. So if you're into that, that's a lot of fun. But we have other stuff we'll be reviewing on the channel. I've had these diecasts literally for probably a month or two already, and I haven't reviewed them. So I'm going to get a hold of those and get those reviewed. And then I have 2 holdovers from the 2021 season that I have been saving. I say saving, I just never got around to it, because you're like, oh, I'm going to review it, and then fortunately, you get another diecast haul. So blessed to get these cars, guys. Everyone who watches these, these videos and who uses that promo code and stuff, that helps out the channel tremendously, and that allows me to be able to get diecasts to be able to review in the studio. So what happens is when you have amazing, fans and support, you get all these diecasts, and then you inevitably have so many of them that you kind of you have to put some on the back burner. So very, very thankful and blessed for that. So I do want to work these two reviews on. And it's kind of interesting because I was like, well, no one's going to care about seeing these in the year 2022. But now that we have the Gen 7 car and we have a pretty good perspective and kind of a idea of how the racing is and how the era is going, it's going to be interesting to kind of go back and do a Gen 6 review and kind of compare. Because these are two really cool paint schemes. The Harvick one, definitely a lot of fun memories at the Roval. And how can we forget the M&M's Halloween paint schemes? It's such a shame they didn't make many M&M's cars for the Swan Song year for Kyle Busch. But yeah, that's why people build them. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I know it's only 3 cars, but I just miss so much when the NASCAR Authentics line was worth collecting. I miss this. I remember every year, like in 2018, 2019, and 2020, like wave 10, 11, and 12 was like the best waves because they would put a crap load of Darlington DMPs. If you don't know what DMP stands for, did not produce or do not produce or did not produce, whatever the biff they call it. They had the Darlington cars. They had the raced version waves. When's the last time we had a raced version wave? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of them got made in the Gold Series, but that's when you make the Xfinity ones. You know what I'm saying? The Xfinity, the trucks, so many great paint schemes that have been completely forgotten. And that's why you don't see authentic stuff on this channel anymore. I remember when the waves used to come out, guys, and I would try to have the video out within a day, even within hours. I would try to have my reaction to it. I haven't done a reaction on the last 3 waves yet. That's how disappointed of it. I don't even want to do it, but eventually I'm going to. That's how crappy the Authentics line has became, unfortunately, where you have hardcore collectors who just don't even they just don't even care. Like I like seeing the rants though for them. Those are entertaining. But I mean, you can just like I'll end the video on this, guys. Whenever they used to have like a wave review or come out or whatever, a wave review back in 19 and 2020. You'd go like on your social media, like Instagram, and then you would see so many people, all kinds of different ages and backgrounds. Everyone was hyped. It didn't matter if you were an adult collector or a kid collector of the diecast. Everyone was hyped about it. They were sharing it and posting about it and giving their opinions. I barely see anyone talk about them anymore. Okay? I barely even see people posting about buying them anymore. So if I barely even see it on social media, I can only imagine how little people are actually truly buying them. I don't know. Well, what do y'all think, guys? Have a great one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.